So if you haven't realized the strategy of the Trump administration and Elon Musk, it is to overwhelm us with a lot of rage bait news stories. A lot of people are using the term psychological warfare. What they are doing is they are putting out tons of breaking news, tons of news stories that are designed to enrage us, designed to overwhelm us, designed to tire us out, make us not want to fight back because we see all of what's going on and we feel that there's nothing we can do about it. And I've decided for my mental health, I am not going to be chasing all of the foolishness that Donald Trump and Elon Musk is trying to overwhelm us with. All of these news stories, Elon Musk and Doge has shut this department down. Elon Musk and Doge has done this. Elon Musk and Doge, Elon Musk and Doge, Elon Musk and Doge. Yeah, I'm not running after each one of those news stories. I'm realizing that a lot of those news stories are distractions, distracting us from what is happening to the left while we're focused on what's happening to the right. You noticed all of these press conferences that Donald Trump has had. He's done more press conferences in the last 4 weeks. And I'm like, what are you doing outside of these press conferences? Press conferences and questions and responses that are designed to antagonize us, that are designed to poke at the liberals. Yeah, that's what all of this is designed to do. You know, their one desire is to own the libs. And I said a few months ago that MAGAnuts do not realize how much they are detested across the world. And I had a MAGAnut get down into my comment section and say to me that they are all over the world. They are loved across the world. And I was like, oh, okay. Did you see that lady in one of them Mexican airports wearing that red MAGA hat and she got cussed the fuck out in that airport? Did you see all of the protests happening around the world, people around the world galvanizing and coming together against Putin and Donald Trump? Anywho, y'all know I watch the Midas Touch. I watch them faithfully all day, every day. And this morning, Ben Meiselas dropped a video where he did an interview with Charlie Angus, one of the Canadian prime ministers or prime parliament, one of the members of parliament. He did an interview with them. And I advise you to go and watch the entire interview. But this part of the interview, yeah, I wanted to share it with y'all.
And I think that aided many of the allies started coming up to me. So Latvia, the Baltic states who are on Putin's front line are feeling right now that they're being sold down the river. We're seeing in Germany the fears of the far right. We're seeing Vance's interference in the Romanian election system. People understand that this is now a threat to their way of life. And as we are meeting, we actually have word coming out from Saudi Arabia. I mean, the most despicable anti-democratic place on the planet, where we have a convicted felon and a indicted war criminal trying to carve up Ukraine. That was happening while we were supposed to be, as NATO allies, talking about a plan for Ukraine. So this was a total slap in the face. And I don't think the MAGA morons who came here fully understand how much damage they have done to America on the world stage.
There was an altercation, or I don't want to overstate it, but there was an incident between you and a Republican member of Congress who approached you and tried to, he thought he was like joking around with you with your Canadian pin. What happened?
Well, I've been meeting with the Democrats. The American Democrats have been, tiptoeing around. I think they're shell shocked like everybody else. Some of these MAGA guys just thought they were just being funny, and one of them came up to me, and I had my Canadian pin, and he'd met me before and tried some really stupid jokes about Elon Musk that didn't go down very well. And he said, "Hey, Canada," and he went to touch my lapel. And I said, "Don't you ever touch the Canadian flag." And he said, whoa, I'm just joking. And I said, "You'll die before you ever touch a Canadian flag." And I said, "And we're not joking." And then everyone sort of backed off, and then he vamoosed out of the room. So I don't even know what his name was, but we're not like that as Canadians. But I thought, you need to understand how far you pushed us, and you need to understand how dangerous it is that what you're doing right now in promoting Vladimir Putin to destroy Western democracy. Your leader, and I don't think this guy's bright enough to know that Trump is now in league. The two gangsters of the modern world are in league to try and destroy Ukraine. That is simply cannot be allowed to happen. The Ukrainian people have suffered too much, and they are all of our front line right now in the fight against tyranny.
His final statement was, Ukraine is on the front line in the fight against tyranny. But my point in sharing that video clip is these MAGAnuts think it's a fucking game. And it's not a fucking game. These people around the world, these leaders around the world are meeting. They are meeting to come up against Donald Trump and the United States. And that includes our allies. Y'all are reveling in the fact that y'all are destroying people's lives. Y'all are taking away people's livelihood. Y'all are taking away people's capability to take care of themselves and their families. And you think it's all fun and games because y'all are owning the libs. Not everybody is looking at this shit as a game. You are viewed as an enemy. And people take out their enemies. This is why people want to separate themselves from you. Being around you is dangerous. You are a danger to everybody in this society here in the United States and abroad. Yeah, this is not a fucking game. But you know what? Carry on. With that said, I will not be running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the next 4 years. I will be looking for these types of stories because it's going to take all of these countries outside of the United States to come together so that they can fight against Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. And I will be continuing with my FOs, and I told you so's. And yes, I will continue to educate you on what the people up there in Congress is doing. Right now, they ain't doing shit. Republicans ain't doing shit but trying to pass this crazy ass budget bill that we've already talked about. If you didn't see that, I did a live. It's up over there on the YT. You can go on over there where I went through all of what they're trying to cut and what they're trying to increase. Bottom line, they're trying to cut from Medicaid. They're trying to cut from Medicare. They're trying to cut from education. They're trying to cut from these budgets, and they're going to increase the Ways and Means budget. They want to increase the military and Homeland Security budgets. Ways and Means is the tax budget. The $4.5 trillion budget. That's the budget that they want to use to give the millionaires and billionaires their tax cuts. They're going to take away from the poor to give to the rich. That's my strategy for the next 4 years. What is yours?